channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Welcome to our little community, and you're always welcome here, and I'm happy to have you. Happy Valentine's Day, you guys. I know today is Valentine's Day, and I think the video I have for you today is really great for Valentine's Day because it's the perfume of love that I'm reviewing today. It is none other than Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy Extreme, the latest release. I am going to compare that to the original Kilian Love Don't Be Shy perfume. I have both of them right here with me. If you want to see my thoughts on this latest release right here, Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy Extreme, and how it compares to this one, the original Love Don't Be Shy, stay tuned. So guys, I'm very excited for this video because I've been waiting for this perfume to arrive in the mail, and it arrived last week, and I just finally now got the chance to sit down and film this video. So here she is, Kilian's latest Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. So there she is inside. I'm going to go ahead and take her out. Okay, so here is the Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. As you can see, the juice inside, you can see around here where it's see-through. The juice is actually yellow, you guys. You can see the juice right here. You can see through there. It's actually yellow. Compared to the original right here, the juice was kind of salmon, kind of pink salmon color, borderlining red. I would say more like salmon. So that's the juice. This is the original Love Don't Be Shy, and this is the Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. It's kind of weird that the Extreme version has lighter colored juice than the original, but I don't think the color of the juice tells the whole story. So let's get into the review. So guys, when this arrived in the mail, I couldn't help myself. I sprayed it right away. Wow. This is so heavenly delicious. Love it, you guys. Spoiler alert, I love the original. These are both oriental fragrances. They're kind of gourmand because I want to eat them. You know, this is the original. This has that marshmallow chord. Both of them have that marshmallow chord, so that gives it that gourmand touch. Kind of want to eat it. So you know, it's obviously an oriental gourmand. So this one is an oriental, this one's an oriental vanilla. They're delicious, delicious gourmands as well, if you ask me, because they make me want to eat them. Let's spray the Extreme on my clothes and my skin. Oh, you guys, it's divine. Divine. If you are a sweet floral rose fragrance lover, you're going to love this. This is just a piece of heaven, if you ask me. Oh, it smells so good, you guys. I have a lot of thoughts on these two perfumes. I'm gonna get to that here soon, but I want to take a moment to appreciate how delicious, gorgeous this perfume is. I could sit here all day smelling myself, you guys. Honestly, it is divine, just divine. So I'm going to spray the original on my other arm, both on my wrist and my clothes as well, so I can start so I can compare them here in a minute. Oh, there she is. She's gorgeous too. So good. These two are so good. I will get into the details here comparing them, but boy, are they delicious, gorgeous, amazing perfumes. They make me feel so feminine, so sexy. It's just a feeling when you wear these two perfumes. Let me talk about the Extreme first, because that's why you guys clicked on this video for the most part, to find out about the latest release. This is the new one, Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. So you guys, this one is neroli, orange blossom, rose, and marshmallow. Those are the main dominant notes. I believe there are other notes in here, but those are the main notes. So the original here, the Love Don't Be Shy, the original, this one is Orange Blossom, Neroli, and Marshmallow. So those were the dominant accords in this one. So really this one, the Extreme, they have added rose to this one, to the Extreme version. So this one has added rose. The rose in here with Neroli, Orange Blossom, and Marshmallow chords really works really well. The rose in here is just super gorgeous. Guys, I love rose. I'm a huge rose fan. I have a ton of rose fragrances in my collection. So I obviously appreciate rose, which is why I'm in love with this fragrance. It is not your typical rose fragrance. I mean, I wouldn't really call this a rose fragrance either, because the other notes are pretty dominant too, like the Orange Blossom comes through, the Neroli, the Marshmallow. This just, you know, the rose in here is a very beautiful, delicate balance, a delicate dance, a beautiful dance with the other notes that are in here, like Orange Blossom, Neroli, and Marshmallow. The rose here isn't like a very like in your face kind of, you know, strong rose like the rose you would get in the Rose's Musk, for example. Different kind of rose in this one. This rose is almost like a syrupy kind of edible rose, but then you also get that rose essence vibe a little bit. It's just a delicious, delicious rose in here. Works really well with the Orange Blossom, the Neroli, and the Marshmallow notes. Here are my thoughts in comparing these two. I love them both. I love, 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 love them both. Already love this one. It's one of my favorite fragrances in my collection. It's a gorgeous honeysuckle orange blossom vanilla fragrance. Love it. But this one right here with that added rose, it really has a sort of an edge, which I really love as well. I love them both very much. And am I glad that I have both of them in my collection? Yes. But here are my thoughts about the Extreme part of this new release. So there were some talk about, you know, this not really being the Extreme version of this. So Extreme would imply that this version, the new version, be maybe like Extrait de Parfum, but it's not. So they're both eau de parfum. So it's the same concentration. So it's not, so the Extreme version right here, the new release, is not Extrait de Parfum or any kind of higher concentration of oil. So they're the same concentration, eau de parfum. So the reason why I think Kilian called this Extreme is because the rose added some intensity to this fragrance right here. The Extreme version, that added rose gave it some sort of depth. It gave it depth and some type of intensity to this one. So this one actually, when you spray on your skin and on your clothes, this one you can smell stronger than this one. Although the concentration is the same, there is a intensity about this one that when you wear this, I've worn both of them side by side, just like I sprayed today. I worn all day for several days now in getting ready for this review. So I noticed that this one, the Extreme version, that added rose gave it a little bit of a punch, a little bit of intensity. It sort of gave it depth, you know? So this one has more depth. So I think that's why Kilian called this Extreme. The other reason I think also it could be, this is just from my testing. I sprayed these both on myself, skin and clothes, wore for several days, and I realized that this version right here lasts longer on my skin and my clothes. It actually does last a bit longer than this one. They're both, you know, lasting fragrances. Even the original, I would say about 8-hour wear. Good, you know, lasting power, not beast mode projection, but, you know, a decent projection, good sillage. You know, it lasts I would say close to 8 hours, the original. Extreme version, however, lasts longer. It lasted on my skin and clothes, I would say 2-3 hours longer than the original. The original on my skin kind of disappears a little faster than this one, the extreme. This one lingers on my skin for much longer. My skin tends to eat fragrances fairly quickly, you guys. I mean, keep that in mind. And this one, I would like smell, you know, where I sprayed, I would smell it hours after this had already disappeared. Not that this doesn't last long. They both last long, but this one lasts longer. So I think that may have been why they called it extreme, because this is definitely not the intense version of this. So usually in perfumery, when you say intense, which this doesn't say intense, this is extreme, that's just a name, which, you know, explains it. Usually, let's say in perfumery, you know, you have a regular version and an intense version, like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue and Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense. So the original is the Eau de Parfum, and the intense version is the Eau Intense. So it's the intense version, so it's a higher oil concentration. So this one, in this case, they're both Eau de Parfum. But this one says extreme without maybe saying intense or intense, because maybe the intention here is that the notes in here, the added rose in particular, make this one smell more extreme, or smell a little bit more punchy, a little bit, it gives it a little bit more depth. Also, for whatever reason, it could be that added rose note, I've noticed, tend to last a long time. Somehow this one lasts longer as well. But is this the intense version? No, because they're both Eau de Parfum concentration. So I hope that clears any doubts you guys had in your minds about, is this really extreme? What does extreme mean? Does extreme mean intense? Does extreme mean it's extrait de parfum? So those are questions that people are having about the extreme version here. So I think I answered those questions. I hope I cleared your doubts. I must say, these both smell divine, and I am so glad I have both of them in my collection. Yes, these two are quite similar in the sense that this one is all the notes that this one has, like the main notes, like the orange blossom neroli, the marshmallow. This one has too. This one has added rose. So let me tell you, this one, the accords in the extreme, this is obviously very sweet, rose, vanilla, powdery, citrus, floral, white floral, slightly fresh, spicy, slightly musky scent. Oh, so gorgeous. Oh my goodness, it smells divine. I love that added rose to it, and I love this one for its own reasons. So this one's also very sweet, white floral, vanilla. This one has got a little carameliness to it. This one is a touch more gourmand than the extreme. This one's also powdery, got a slight bit of animalic muskiness to it, this one as well. So the extreme has neroli in the opening, and I think with bergamot, and in the middle you have Bulgarian rose and orange blossom, that added rose note. The Bulgarian rose is the most beautiful rose, with that orange blossom, like the original has orange blossom as well. And then you get that marshmallow, vanilla, little bit of musk. Apparently there's pomegranate in it, but I'm not getting that. But the main notes are neroli, orange blossom, rose, and marshmallow. So that's the extreme. The original has neroli in the opening, just like the extreme. There's bergamot. Then I think there are a couple of spice notes, which I'm not really getting that much. In the middle you get jasmine, orange blossom. In the base, I believe you get the vanilla. There's a little bit of caramel, I think. And then there's that marshmallow note. There's a little bit of sugariness to this. Original one is a little sweeter. I think that animalic comes from civet, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's a little bit of that here. There's labdanum for sure in the base. So yeah, they're quite similar, but at the same time they're not. If you have this and you think getting this is the same as having this, that's not the case. This one is the original with a really beautiful twist. And yes, they smell similar, but not that similar, if that makes sense. This one to me smells like the sexier, more bold cousin, you know, of the original. And they definitely smell different. You can tell the difference, but you can also smell the similarities from the orange blossom, neroli, and marshmallow notes in there in both of them. But there are plenty of notes that are different in them. There's of course that added rose in this one. Yes, extreme doesn't mean it's extrait de parfum or a higher oil concentration, or it doesn't mean it's intense, the intense version. It just means maybe extreme just meant when they named it, they mean the fact that this one has more depth and this one lasts longer. This one has that extra sort of layer. That's probably what they meant by extreme in the Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. So these are beautiful scents, you guys. This is some of the most favorite scents in my very large collection, nearly 300 perfumes. I love my Kilians. I have a lot of Kilian fragrances. I'm a huge fan. I'm so glad I got my hands on the Love Don't Be Shy Extreme, and when I run out of both of these, I'll be getting refills for both of them because I love them both so much. They're so delicious, so gorgeous. They're definitely oriental perfumes, but to me they'll always be a little bit gourmand. So they're my beautiful oriental gourmands in my collection. This is Kilian Love Don't Be Shy Extreme Eau de Parfum compared to the Kilian Love Don't Be Shy Eau de Parfum. This is the most amazing review for Valentine's Day because it's about two perfumes all about love. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you liked it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload. I will see you guys in my next video.